Hello Forest class, hello Matthew class, welcome to Wednesday's maths lesson. Today in our maths, reception children and year 1 children, we're going to continue with our adding, our addition. Year 1 children, we're going to move on a little bit and begin to think about missing number calculations. So we'll come on to think of those in a little bit. Right, so everybody, we're going to start with just doing a little bit of adding together. So can you go and get, oh, did that bounce down? Could you go and get, please, your number lines and some counters? And we're going to have a go at doing some adding. And what we're going to focus on, can't get this to stay, what we're going to focus on is trying to count on. So when we've got one part of our adding calculation, we don't have to start again from 0. When we add another number, we can count on from that number. So year 1 children, you should be able to do this, but it's really good practice for you to do. So you should have your number line, and I'm going to roll a dice and I'm going to tell you what number I've got, and then I want you to put that number of counters there onto your number line. So if I were to roll 1, you would put 1 counter on number 1, like that. And then if I were to roll a 2, you would put another 2 counters on, 1, 2. And then you should find out what the answer is if we add those numbers together. So that's what I want you to have a go at. So I'm going to roll the dice. Could you please put six counters on your number line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you've got 6 on there. Roll again. Can you now put 3 more? Can you add 3 more? So you've got 6. I want you to add 3 more and shout out what the total is, please. So 6 and add 3 more. Right, what have you all got? What's the total? Have you got 9? Have you landed on 9? Brilliant. Let's do another one. So take those counters off. Do it again. I'm going to roll my dice. I'm going to tell you what I get. Ready? 1. Nice and easy. Just put 1 counter on number 1. Done it? Remember, if I go too quickly on these, you can always pause and come back to it. Roll the dice. We've got 4. Can you add 4 more, please? So we started with 1. We're going to add 4 more. What are we going to land on? Let's see. What have you landed on? 1, add 4. What have you landed on? Have you all landed on 5? Fab. Let's do another one. Ready? 6. Do 6. So starting on 1, remember, because you've got 1 counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. We landed on 6. You can see how many more we're going to add. Can you add 5 more? It landed on 5. You might run out of counters. Let's see. So if you can add 5 more. If you can't add 5 more, you can get a pen and mark it. Because you should have laminated ones, so they should come off. So we had 6. We're going to add 5 more. So we had 6. We're going to add 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, what have we landed on? What is 6 add 5 more? What did you get? 11. Fabulous. Last one. 5. Could you put 5 counters on your number line, please? Starting on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you all got 5? And can you add 4 more, please? Can you add 4 more? So we've got 5. I want you to add 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did you all land on? Did you land on 9? So 5 add 4 is 9. Great. Well done. Okay. So yesterday, reception children and year 1 children, we looked at a bus, didn't we? And we had people getting on the bus. So we were telling little stories with our with adding. So today we're going to do a bit the same. We're going to look at some pictures and we're going to try and create that first, then and now sentence. So we're going to try and do first, then and now, using pictures to help us. So I've got some pictures of some people on boats. I wonder whether you can tell your grown-up or tell yourself a little story to go with the picture. What could we do? Well, let's think about it. We could do first, there was a boat with 2 people in it. First, there was a boat with 2 people in it. Then another boat came along with 1 person in it. Now there are, how many people? Now there are 3 people. So there is my story from my picture. First, there was a boat with 2 people on it. Then there was a boat with 1 person on it. Now there are 3 people. Have a look at my next. I'm just going to write first, then and now at the top. Ooh, very neat. Here's a picture. I drew a picture of a house and a garden. We're going to think about the flowers. So there's this flower pot with some flowers on it, and there's this flower pot with flowers on it. So let's look at this one. First, there was a pot with 1, 2, 3 flowers in it. First, there was a pot with 3 flowers on it. Then there was another pot with 1, 2, 3 flowers on it. Oh, then there was a pot with 3 flowers in it. Now there are, how many are? There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Now there are 6 flowers. Now there are 6 flowers. I want you to have a go at doing this now, reception children. Year 1, you can have a go at it as well. Really, really good practice. I've got a picture to show you. And I'm going to hold it up and you can pause the video with this picture. I'll put it back up in a minute. I just want to show you what I want you to do on your board. I want you to have a look at the picture and I want you, just like you did yesterday, I want you to have a board with these words on the top. Year 1 children, you can do it yourself. Reception children, you might need a bit of help to write. I want you to say first, then, now on the top of your board. And then I want you to look at that picture. I'll put it back up in a minute. I want you to look at that picture and I want you to create first, then and now stories from it. Okay, so that's what your board should look like. And then you should have numbers on it, creating a first, then and now. So let's have a look at the picture and see what we can see. So in this picture, you can see lots of children on the beach and lots of other things on the beach. So you can tell some first, then and now stories about the children. Maybe you could do first, there were 4 children in the sea. Then there were 3 children on the beach. Now there are, however many children there are. You could do a first, then and now story maybe about the buckets. Have a look at them. How many so you could say first there were 3 red buckets, then there were 2 green buckets, and carry on like that. So look at this picture, so pause the video in a minute, look at this picture and create first, then and now stories using this picture. Okay, pause it now. Great, so hopefully you've had a go at doing that. You can Do that with lots of different pictures. I'm just having a quick look to see, 'cause there are some other lovely pictures in here that you could create a story with. I can't quite find one at the moment. That's a bit annoying. No. If I find any in a bit, I can show you another one, but I haven't got one at the moment. Okay. Year 1 children, let's move on. So a bit tricky now, Year 1 children. Reception children, you're always very welcome to listen, but it will be a bit tricky. It'll be a bit tricky for you. Now, Year 1 children, sometimes you will come across an addition calculation that isn't really straightforward. If you saw this calculation, you'd think, oh, no problem, I can do that. 2 add 1 equals, well, I know that 2's apart, 1's apart, so I have to find the whole, I have to find the total, I have to find the whole, no problem. Sometimes, Year 1 children, you will come across a number sentence that looks a bit like this. 3 add something is equal to 7. 3 add something is equal to 7. Now working out that is trickier. So you have to do some really good thinking about what you know and what you need to find out. So let's look at this number sentence. What do we know? Well, we know that 3 is one of the parts. We don't know the other part, but we do know the whole. So we know one of the parts and we know what the whole is. But we are missing one of the parts, aren't we? We're missing one of the parts. So this is what I would do. I would look at my part-whole model and I would draw in here the things that I know. So I know, where's it gone? One of my parts is 3, and I'm not going to write the number. I'm going to draw objects, draw spots, because it helps me to really see if I can see the things. Or if I've got counters, maybe I would use counters, like real things, to show what I've got. I'm going to draw it because it'll be easy for me to show you. So one of my parts is 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, what other information do I know? Well, I know, look, that the whole is 7. So I need to draw 7 in the whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now how am I going to find out what the other part is? Well, we know that the whole in this calculation, the whole is split into 2 parts. So one of the parts is 3, and we need to find out the other one. So here is the whole. We know of this, one of the parts. We know of this, 3 have already been used. 3 are here, look. So we need to cross out 3 of those, don't we? 1, 2, 3. We need to cross those 3 out because those 3 have already been put here. Now we can see how many are left to put in here. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to check we've got it right, we can count our whole, can't we? Because our 2 parts should make up our whole. So we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. So 3 add 4 is equal to 7. Let's do another one. Just rub out my spots. Oh, it's quite difficult rubbing out on this. Rub out my spots. I might do my part-whole model on the whiteboard because it's easier to rub out. So here's my calculation. So, just gonna, oh, I need bigger than that. I've got my calculation. I'm just drawing my part-whole model. There we go. So, here is my calculation. What do I know? What do I not know? Something add 6 is equal to 8. Really important that when you first look at them, read the calculation to yourself. Get it in your head. So something add 6 is equal to 8. What do I know? Well, I know the whole. This is the whole, isn't it? Because it's an addition calculation. So the whole is the total of your adding. Here is your whole. You know your whole. Well, what else do you know? You know one of the parts. In this calculation, our whole is split into 2 parts because there's 1, 2. 2 parts make up our whole, and I know one of them, but I don't know what the other whole is. So let's record what we know onto our part whole models. Let's start by doing the whole. So in my whole bit, because that's this bit, isn't it, is 8. So I need to draw 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. What else do I know? Well, I know that one of my parts is 6. So I'm going to do 6 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the bit that I don't know. I don't know this one. There's the space. Look, I don't know that part. Well, look, I can work it out. Here is my whole. 6 of those have been used already. 6 of them have gone into one of my parts. So let's cross out 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are you left with? 1, 2. You're left with 2. Let's put our 2 in there. And how can I check that I'm right? Well, I can check by making sure that my whole, if I add these 2 together, my whole is 8. So let's count all of them. Well, I know that there are 6 there because I put 6 in. So 6, 7, 8. So 8 is equal to 6 add 2. Okay? Get it? Here is your challenge. Here is a set of calculations. Oh, here is a set of calculations. So in a minute, we're going to pause the video and have a go at working out the missing part of the calculation. Missing part of the calculation. What I would do, everybody, is do exactly what I've done on my whiteboard. When I hold it up again, pause the video, and on your whiteboard, draw a part whole model. Draw a part whole model on your whiteboard, and for every calculation, record the things you know and use that to work out the one that you don't know. Okay, have a go. Have a go at doing them. If you need to, using objects is a brilliant idea. Shall I show you how we'd use an object? Let me just write one down and I'll just show you how we'd use some objects. So my calculation is something add 4 is equal to 7. Something add 4 is equal to 7. Well, look, I know my total. So if my whole, my total is 7, let's find 7 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here are 7 counters. Well, let's put them into the 2 parts. So I would put my board down. You can't really see what I'm doing. But I've got 7, so there's 7 in my whole. And then I'm going to put 4 of them in one of the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put 4 of them in one part. There we go. And then the others need to go in the other part. And just move them along. It's quite difficult to do it so you can see it. Yeah? And so it's 4, so it's 3, add 4 equals 7 because I've got 3. So if you need to, use counters. They're a brilliant way of doing it. But if you want to, you can draw like I was doing. Okay, here are the calculations now. There are a couple that I think are going to catch you out. When you're doing it, Or can you see them all? There we go. When you're doing it, just look really carefully. Read the calculation to yourself. Because sometimes the equals symbol is in a different place than you might expect. But just read the question carefully, write them down and add in the missing numbers. So you can pause the video now and have a go. Great, well done. I'd love to see how you got on with that. So send me some photos, please. See how you get on. And I will see you tomorrow for more maths. Okay, bye.